Good morning everyone, myself Ashu Sharma. Today we will see some more example on numpy. As we discussed in previous lecture, numpy is a Python package and this includes very special functions, cosine functions and that exponential functions. We can use numpy to generate samples from many types of random variables. It is a very good package of Python. So let us to make some numpy's arrays using some inbuilt function. Let us see one example. We take that2 as firstly we have to import numpy package. So import numpy np, and we take one that array variable back np dot arange. Here we will take some range, suppose 0 to 15, and then simply we print back. If I control S and execute it by shift enter, then we see that here we have this array elements that 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. So as we see this is that arange function that include this first element 0 to that 14. So it means that 15 is not included. Last element is not included, and second last is going to be include from the starting value. So this is the way that arange that include those elements in array. So now one more example, back equals to np dot arange, and suppose we have taken that given range is from 0 comma 15 comma 4, and again we will take suppose back 2, and again we print the value of this at 2, and let's see what will be the outcome. So 0 4 8 12. So what exactly this third that parameter is, it is a step size. So it starts from 0, then 0 plus 4 4, 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 4 12, and 12 plus 4 16. So 16 will not be included because it is beyond the that given range. So here this is the starting value, this is the ending values. So that array elements only take place from starting to second last, and then the step size is 4. So outcome will be 0 4 8 and 12, as we see here in the output 0 4 8 and 12. So this is way that arange that work. And now next example, suppose back 3 we have taken np dot linspace, and here we have 0 comma 15 comma suppose 10. So this is the way that we generally work. So 0 is inclusive, this first element is inclusive, 15 is now here is 15 and 10. So 10 is going to be number of points that is in between the 0 to 15. Now we just start to print this. Then 3. So here we have this. These are the points in between 0 to 15. So one thing is clear that once we have this concept that both of these first elements and last elements inclusive when we take linspace, and 10 is a parameter which is number of points in between these two. Here in arange, first is inclusive, last element is exclusive, and 4 is the step size. So this is a very minor difference between that linspace and arange as we see. Now suppose we have to make sure some of these numpy that concepts with zeros. Suppose we take math equals to suppose np dot zeros, and under this we have 5 comma 3, and finally we print net. Let us see what exactly that outcome of this script. So here we have zeros, 1 2 3 4 5. So here, as we see, that number of rows equals to 5 and number of columns equals to 3. So it creates a matrix of zeros where dimension of a matrix is number of rows equals to 5 and number of columns equals to 3. So as we see here, 0 0 0 0 0, so 1 2 3 4 5, 0 1 2 3 4, so 5 rows and 3 columns. So this is the way that zeros matrix that we uh, build over here. So same, if we take an example of mat2 is equals to, suppose, np dot ones that we have, and then we have taken, suppose, a same dimension like that, and we print mat2. What happened? Run this script. Now we have same sort of results. If we change this value 3 comma 5, suppose, it will become 3, and this value become 5. So now let us see the result. So 3 number of rows and 5 columns, 1 2 3 number of rows and 5 columns, 1 2 3 4 5. So hence we have to make the zeros and ones matrix. So following that syntax will be in use. Now if we want some that we can say that a matrix of 5 rows and 2 columns, or m rows or n columns, suppose in general. So let us take an example while taking the concept of matrix dimension. So let us, we have to just use that concept over here. So we take print, and we have taken this back 3, that distribution of 10 points in between 0 to 15. We have taken back 3 dot and use reshape function. Reshape, and given, suppose, number of rows and number of columns. So suppose 3 rows and 2 columns, like that, and just simply use this concept and try to just run this script. So let us see what sort of outcomes. Here we have an error, cannot reshape array of size 10 into shape 3 into 2. So we have to take, suppose, we change this value, suppose 0 comma 5, this way, 0 comma 5, and taken this 10. And so because of there is a mismatch of rows and columns. So this is we have to remember at the time. And now run this program. So let us see. So now this is coming. So 1 2 3 4 5. So here we have these 5 rows and 2 columns. So in previous we have done a kind of that troubleshooting, that whenever that row dimension is mismatching with that once we are applying reshape function, so definitely we get an error because of the dimension is mismatching. So here now what exactly I have done, that we have 0 to 5. So in between 0 to 5 we have 10 points distributed, and the matrix of size 5 comma 2. Now if we change this, suppose we change it 6, what will happen? Let us see. So now it converts is 1 2 3 4 5. So here is 1 2 columns, and this is that distribution that have taken place, 5 comma 2. So 5 rows and 2 columns. We change some value over here, 7 comma 2, and control and shift enter. Now there is an error because cannot reshape array of size 10 into shape 7 into 2. So 7 into 2 means that 14 elements are there. So this is that we have to look for that concept. So that dimension is very important of given matrix. Now run this program again. So we may see that 6 into 2 is here. So we have to make some sort of changes. 5 and make sure 5. Control F and Shift Enter. Now, now there is good because this is 10 and that 10 distributed points are there. If we make it 4, suppose, this is that the way that we may check our logics and build the concept towards. Now see, cannot reshape array of size 10 into shape of 4 comma 2. So whatever the distributed points we have to make sure that that number of that dimension elements should be of a matrix. So this is that reshape function 2. Now come to the next some of these points that how to make that concepts of pandas and all these things. That pandas is a package used for managed data, and it creates new data types for storing data and series and data frames. Pandas data frame like an Excel spreadsheet that is storing some data, and one column can have customer's name, and one column can have product that sold name, and another column can have price or quality. So the rows could be individual cells. This is the way that we see these concepts. A data frame is made up of several series. Each column of a data frame is a series. So when we talk about the pandas as that is also a package, but the concept under this is a data frame is made up of several series, but a series, each column of a data frame is a series. So we can name each column and row of a data frame with along with the indexing. So these are some points when we talk about the numpy and the pandas as a package in Python. In next lecture, we will see some more briefings about the numpy and the pandas with some more examples. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and press bell button so that you get notification once I upload new videos on my channel. Thank you so much for being with me.